tout de suite, nous allons nous connecter avec l'Angleterre, puisque je crois que Maria Franzoni nous a rejoint. Elle est en direct de Surrey. Maria Franzoni est une experte reconnue dans l'industrie de la conférence depuis une vingtaine d'années. Elle figure parmi les consultants du secteur les plus expérimentés d'Europe. Merci d'ailleurs à Philippe Boulanger, qui est l'initiateur de cette rencontre. Elle a occupé les postes de direction dans les plus prestigieux speakers bureaux européens, dont le CSA, c'est les British Speakers. Elle a rejoint en 2000 le London Speaker Bureau, qui est reconnu quand même par le New York Times comme le seul bureau de conférenciers international. Puis elle crée en 2007 sa propre agence. J'aimerais souligner également son parcours, notamment celui de Maria Franzoni, qui a été fondatrice et ancienne coprésidente de la European Association of Speaker Bureau. Elle a été directrice des opérations dans une société de conseil en conduite du changement culturel, fondatrice et dirigeante de Speaking Bureau Business Academy. Et elle est, avec son équipe, elle assure régulièrement le training de conférenciers reconnus. Quel parcours, et je crois qu'il était important de souligner toutes ces fonctions. Alors son secret, eh bien écoutez, peut-être l'innovation et la créativité, entre autres, et c'est ainsi qu'elle a permis et contribué d'élever les standards des bureaux notamment, et aussi des speakers qu'elle encadre et forme, tout comme les consultants. Je tiens également à souligner quelques personnalités connues qu'elle a eu l'occasion d'accompagner. Ça n'est entre autres néanmoins que Neil Armstrong, par exemple, ou encore l'entrepreneur milliardaire britannique Richard Branson, ou même encore le pilote auto canadien Jacques Villeneuve. Des références qui fait que nous sommes particulièrement honorés aujourd'hui de l'accueillir parmi nous et Philippe d'assurer cette traduction puisque Maria s'exprime en anglais. Alors, pour la traduction, justement, une petite précision technique. Nous allons tous vous demander de bien vouloir épingler le profil de Philippe Boulanger. Alors, pour ce faire, vous savez que sur son image à l'écran, vous avez, quand vous glissez votre souris en haut à droite, 3 petits points qui s'affichent et vous pouvez l'épingler. Pourquoi? Il est important pour que vous puissiez profiter de cette traduction d'être vraiment connecté sur le profil de Philippe qui lui-même est connecté avec Maria Franzoni qui va donc nous présenter dans quelques instants. Et welcome Maria Franzoni and thank you for your presentation. Where are all the page speaking gigs? Maria, it's up to you.
Thank you. Sorry, did you need to show me how to translate?
So once again, Maria, I'm just going to switch you to the right environment. Okay, so.
Voilà.
Okay, so no, it was ça marchait bien. So it was working well, but you need to stop speaking in French and let Maria speak English. That's it. That's all. Okay.
Okay. Then someone needs to tell me when to start. Now?
So, Maria, you are on from now.
Fantastic. So I can't see this because it's too small and too far away. Is it working? Give me the thumbs up if it's working. Fantastique, as you say over there. So I always say to my speakers, when you start a presentation, you want to start with impact and pizzazz, and standing waiting for translation is not how to do it. So that is not what to do to get paid to speak. Okay, so let me share with you what I would like to talk to you about today. I want to talk about where have all the speaking gigs gone. You see, I cheat. I have it here, so I don't have to share screen. It just makes life easier. Keep it simple for your clients. Yes? You like that? Yes? I can see you. So if you want to put thumbs up, that's great. Am I speaking too fast? Fantastique. I'll be French by the time I leave. Wonderful. Okay, where have all the speaking gigs gone? There are 3 things I want to cover. One is how the world of speaking has changed. Secondly, what it takes to get booked and paid now. And thirdly, I'm going to share 3 tactics that you can do straight after this. When I don't know what time this finishes, listen to the next speaker if there is one, but that you can do and you can go and get some gigs. So is that good? Will that be useful? Has the world of speaking changed for any of you? Has the world of speaking changed? Yes, for Natalie it has. Has it gone up? Has it gone down? Has it stayed the same? It's gone down. Okay, all right. Let me tell you what's been happening for us. For us, it has changed. The world is now flat. So when people say the world is flat and you think they are crazy, they are not. They are right. The world is flat. Today, half an hour ago, I was in the UK. I was in England. Now I'm in France. I can go to America. I can go to Africa. I can speak in 5, 6 different places in one day. You couldn't do that before. This is an exciting and wonderful opportunity. If you've been thinking, I want to speak in America, but I don't want to deal with the visa, I don't want to deal with the jet lag, I don't want to deal with the travel, I don't want to leave my family, you can now speak in America. How exciting is that? And guess what? The fees in America are higher than they are in Europe. You want to speak in the Middle East where they pay more money. You can do that now. You don't have to worry about losing your laptop in the customs. You don't have to worry about any of that. The opportunities are fantastic. That's how I would look at it if I were a speaker, and how we look at it as a bureau. There's no travel, no logistics, none of that. Clients aren't having to pay for hotels. They're not paying for airports. They're not paying for expensive cakes and expensive orange juice. So any money they're spending, they can spend on speakers. So when they tell you they have no money, it's not true. It's a fantastic opportunity. But all of the people are thinking the same. Everyone's thinking now, oh, I'm going to speak in France. Here I am, I'm speaking in France. So am I taking away something from somebody who could be speaking, who is local? So you have got much more competition. That's my picture of competition. There is much more competition, and that's the bad news. The other bad news is that many more expensive speakers panicked. They were scared. They reduced their prices. So now there's price competition too. That is getting better. That is getting much better. That's very good news. But where there's more competition and maybe fewer opportunities because there's more competition, the best are always the last to suffer, always. And the best are always the first to recover. So if you have time, this is the time to get better, not to go bigger, not to do more, but to get better, because those who are better will succeed. So what else has changed? Client needs have changed. What clients are asking for has changed. Have you seen any changes in what clients are requesting in this last 6 months? Yes? No? Same? Yes. Josette, is that to say? Josette? Fantastic. Josette has seen changes. You will see changes in topics. You will see changes in how they want you to deliver. Clients want solutions. They want implementation. They want to take action. They don't just want to know what to do. They want to know how to do it. They need help. They're struggling. They want specific answers to specific questions. They don't want general. They want it to be really specific to them, tailored to them. They want interaction. They want to be able to talk and communicate and engage. They don't want a keynote speech anymore. And if they do ask for a keynote speech, it's much shorter. They want to get more people together because they can now. It's not a case of just having a small number of people. You can have the whole company because it doesn't cost you anymore. And at the other extreme, they also want small groups, intimate groups working on different projects. So it has changed. What they are asking for has changed. There are more opportunities, there's more competition, there's different client needs. And I'm going to talk to you about what that means. What does that mean to you? What do you have to do to be booked as a speaker now in the new market. So the very first thing you've got to stop doing is stop saying you're a speaker. Clients don't want speakers anymore. They want solutions. They always have. But in the past, they had conferences and events and they had to fill a speaker slot. But now they don't have conferences and events. Now they have problems, they have challenges, they need solutions. So do not say you are a speaker. Don't talk about being a speaker. Focus on the results that you bring. Focus on the outcomes. I'm doing that today. I'm not only speaking to you, I'm going to give you actions you can take. That's what audiences want today. Yeah? So be really clear. What is it that you can do? What is going to be different when an audience goes from A to B? How will you move them? Will they think differently? Will they feel differently? Or will they do something different? Be totally clear. Focus on that. Not on it's a 15-minute speech. It's a 45-minute speech. It's a workshop. It's a masterclass. It's a video. That's not what the client wants. The client wants the results. So look at your materials, look at your website, look at your profile, look at your LinkedIn. Are you talking about the results you deliver, or are you saying, I'm a speaker? Thank you, Natalie. Natalie, you are my favorite. Okay. So when you are clear on who you are helping and how you are helping them, then offer them alternatives, offer them a portfolio, lots of different ways of delivering. Don't just talk about a keynote speech. Talk about maybe consulting for them, maybe a Q&A, maybe a masterclass, maybe a workshop, maybe sitting as a non-executive director. Think maybe writing a report, maybe doing some research. Think of all the different ways. And why is that important? Clients have got different types of budgets. Those that are doing well will have great budgets and they can book you for your normal fees. There will then be clients who have lower budgets and you do not want to dilute your value, but you want to help them so when they recover, they will want you back. So instead of saying, all I can offer you is a speech, you can say, I can write you a paper. I can have a telephone call with your director. It will cost you a lot less, half an hour, questions and answers. Offer lots of different solutions for them so you do not dilute your expensive expertise. Does that make sense? Yes, fantastic. Excellent. Is this the new French? This is the new French, oui, oui. Yeah? Brilliant. So don't devalue your expertise, really important. The other thing is really vital, embrace virtual. So this is a broadcaster. He's got great background. He's got great lighting. He's got camera. He's got sound. You have to embrace virtual. You cannot ignore it. It is not going away. It's not either or. It's not that we are going to go back to in-person 100%. That's not going to happen. We will always have a virtual element. And I'm sorry to say, we will be virtual for quite some time. There may be vaccines, but that's going to take a long time. So you have to embrace virtual. Don't wait for normal to come back. It's not coming back. So invest in some advice, invest in yourself. And every single time you turn up, you are making a first impression. I am seeing you for the first time. You are professional speakers. I book professional speakers. Some of you look great. Some of you don't. Some of you aren't even on camera. So I think maybe you don't even have a camera. I don't know. So, I'm thinking, because the big problem for clients is the lack of confidence in the speaker's tech. They are scared. They are scared your internet isn't good enough. They're scared that your sound is bad. They're scared that your lighting is bad. They're scared that your visuals are bad. They are scared. So every time you are on camera, even if you're in the audience, look and sound your best, because you never know who's recording. and you never know what's going to happen to the recording. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Jan. It's interesting, Jan, I think you've changed your look. I'm not sure, but you're very well lit. Very good. Very good. So every time you turn up, because I will remember those that look great, and I think, oh, I wonder what he speaks about. Yeah, thank you. I see the boys are coming back now. Rhiannon, that looks nice. Is it Ranon? Wait, okay, super. So
Rhiannon,
I think
I'm an Anglophone too.
oh, fantastic. Thank you. So every single time you do not have a second chance to make a first impression. Thank you. And as I said, you don't know who is recording. You don't know where it's going to be, but you want to look like the expensive professional you are. Okay. So you don't just want to be a speaker. You need to focus on results. You need to build a portfolio, and you need to embrace and love virtual. I know it's hard. I find it hard too, especially I've got lights in my face, I barely see, but you have to embrace and love the virtual, okay? And the thing I actually really hate is that you can see all the lines and all the wrinkles. It's not good, that my camera is too good. I don't like it. So anyway, embrace the virtual. So let's look at 3 tactics to get some speaking gigs. Should we do that? It'd be interesting to know if you have tried any of these. I'd love to know if you've done any of these. So the first one, sometimes I call it stalking. Today I'm calling it spying. Spying. So the first thing I would do if I was trying to find events and I was a speaker, I would spy on my competition. I would look at people who are at my price range. I would look at people the next level up. And then I'd look at people in the very top. Okay, because they're all your competition. I wouldn't go down. I'd go up and sideways. And I would probably find about 20 people. I know that sounds a lot. In my topic. And I would want to know, what are they talking about? How are they talking about it? What results are they talking about and promising? How am I different? How do I differentiate? That is really important for you to know. How are you different from your competition? Okay, and I'll explain why. Because the next thing you're going to do when you spy on your competition, when you look at their websites, you look at their social media, you're going to look for testimonials. And you're going to see the companies that they've spoken to. If you're lucky, there's going to be a name or a job title. If there's just a job title, that's fine. You know who to go to, which department. And you're going to start a conversation with that potential client or prospect, probably on LinkedIn. And you're going to say, I notice that you booked Carol to speak at recently at a conference and that she went down very well. I'm a big fan of Carol's work. I know her work very well. And do you know why I like her work? Because I also talk about this, but I talk about this side of it. Have you thought about looking at this area as your next theme? Why do I say that? Clients book the same topic over and over again. They're crazy. They get a topic they like. They're obsessed maybe with customer service. And every year they want another customer service speaker again and again and again. So if you talk about customer service, you know who your competitors are. So you had this speaker last year. Let me talk about customer service from this point of view. It's true, they do. So you can find lots of possibilities in your competition. There's so much information. And many of your competitors are very proud that they've done a great event, and they will shout on social media, I've just done a fantastic event, 200 people on a virtual clapping, saying how brilliant I was, and I was talking about blah, blah. And you make a note. In 2 months' time, I'm going to contact that client, or in 1 month's time, I'll contact that client and I'll talk to them about that event. Is anybody doing that? No. Yes, possibly. Josette? No? A little bit? No? No. Is anybody going to do that? Yeah? Let me know how you get on. I always love to hear how you get on. I like to hear success stories. Yes? Good. Okay. Tactic 1. Shall we do a tactic 2? Okay, I'll just take a swig of water. In the UK and in America, we call this swarming on LinkedIn. Does anybody know what swarming is? No? Okay, this is really cool. And if you are not doing it, you are going to slap yourself. Okay, it's really cool. So swarming, you've done a great job with a client. They've given you a great testimonial. Happy client. You connect with them on LinkedIn. You are now number one connection with them. First connection. You now go and look at all of their second connections in their company. It may not be in their office in that country, it may be in a different country. And you will find all of the management and leadership people who are second to your contact. And you will reach out and you will say, I wanted to reach out to tell you that I've just done a fantastic, or I've had a great experience with Philippe Boulanger speaking at his event in Paris. And this is his testimonial. Let me send you my profile or send you a link to my website in case I can help you and your team too. Stop, leave it there. It works. You could be a little less pushy if you like, less salesy, but you've got a warm lead because you've already been successful in that organization. Anybody doing that already? No. Okay, so you're all going to do that. You go back through all the customers you've worked with before, make sure you're connected and say, last year I worked with Philippe Boulanger. It was a great event. Are you doing anything this year? Can I help you? These are the results we got. Would you like some of these results too? Yeah? Yes? You're with me? Great. Tactic 3. Cloning. Do you remember Dolly the sheep? The sheep that, yeah? That was, gosh, that takes me back a long time. What happened to Dolly the sheep? I don't know. Anyway, cloning. Who has a good client? Who has a client they're really happy with? Yes? Carol does. Natalie does. Fanny does. Yes? So some of you have good clients. Thank you, Sabine. If you have a good client, what you want to do is clone them. What does that mean? You want to understand what is it about that client that makes them a good client and what are their characteristics? What department are they in? What industry are they in? What problems are they dealing with? What kind of organization do they have? Can I replicate and have somebody the same that I can go to and say, well, I've had success here. Let me help you have success there. What magazines do they read? What groups are they in? Find people like your client and clone them. It's incredible how many people are very similar and have similar needs. So if you have great success, maybe with an event organizer of a certain type that works in a certain industry, you may want to find other event organizers that are the same, maybe in other markets, so that you're not competing directly, but you can clone. Okay? So, 3 really simple tactics: spying on your competition, swarming, connecting with the number 2s on LinkedIn, and cloning your top customers. I've brought us back to time because we've got time for questions. So listen, the other thing I've done, I interviewed 10 speaker bureau owners over the period of COVID, and I asked them what they thought was happening. This is international. So there were people in the US, in Australia, in Asia, Middle East, Europe, UK, of course. And I asked them lots of questions about what they saw as the future of speaking and what they were seeing at the time. If you would like that report, I have got a little QR code. You just hold your phone up and it will give you the link. And I'll leave that on there because we now have time for questions and answers. But I don't know how we do this with French and English. That should be interesting. Philippe, you'll have to help me. Any questions?
We're going to do it in English. Actually, the questions, when I speak English, it's translated anyway for all people. So the question should come in English or they should come into the chat, such as we're going to translate them.
Okay. I didn't see the chat. So I missed this. How do you spell tactic too? Oh, swarming. I think somebody, thank you. My internet connection is really low. Okay. I'm just catching up. Hello, Maria. Thank you. Okay. And no questions. You're all good to go and do it now.
I have a question. I've worked with a lot of companies right now that are big companies and even industrial companies that are in aeronautic. And I'm kind of, you talked about planning, but I'm a little reticent to be really proactive because they're suffering right now. And even, I love your tactics, they're great. The tactic number 2 is connecting. I kind of feel like it's out of place if I connect with them right now, you know, to offer something. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, we had this at the beginning of the pandemic. You know, what do you do? So in connecting, you're actually offering them something. You're giving them some help. So what we did is I have a podcast, and I completely changed how the guests I was going to have, and I brought in people that would help, you know, with mental wellness and well-being and fitness and dealing with remote. So instead of going to them and saying, you know, I want to connect, say, listen, I know you're suffering. I know the industry. This is an industry I know it well. I've been working it for a long time. This might help you, you know, and give them something. I don't know what your area is, but I am sure that you can give them something that will help them. And that's it. They will come to you and think, wow, in these days, you have to give, and then you ask. And that works. The more value you give, the more you give for free, clients will think, wow, this person has great knowledge and expertise if they can give that amount for free. And then you charge for the little extra. Yeah? But they need your help. I'll tell you what, they really need your help. Anybody else?
Yes, please, Maria.
Hello.
Hello. So as you may know, we are in this association. We are a couple of MC, Master of Ceremonies, like Virginie, who is leading this afternoon. How far can you replicate or duplicate all your advice to the world of MCs?
Do you know what? MCs are so needed at the moment. In fact, MCs are doing incredibly well. So I would speak to somebody called James Taylor. I do a LinkedIn Live with him every week on a Thursday. And in fact, he was interviewed by the Wall Street Journal about MCs and the fact that they have become much more popular. And many speakers have turned to being MCs. So actually, the role of the MC is vital to keep people engaged, to keep it professional. So you should be very happy that you're an MC.
Can we get this link to this James Taylor's interview?
To the yes, I'm sure I will send it to Philippe afterwards. Yes.
Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you, Maria.
You're very welcome. And keep your fees high. Don't reduce them. Everybody has to keep their fees high or we ruin the market. Okay, so we have to all agree to keep the fees high, yes?
Yeah.
Any more questions?
Hi, Maria.
Hello.
I'd like to ask you one. You were speaking about budget on the client side, that it actually changed because they were not having anything to do with the venue, etc. So how did it go on the budget side? What did change on that side since the COVID for you?
It's interesting. There's been different experiences with different clients. So there's been those clients that have not wanted to spend any money at all. And those always exist in every market. There have been those that have realized that actually it's really easy to create an event and they have been doing them very short notice. The lead times, in fact, are much shorter, much tighter, and they realize they can do them very cheaply. So where they would do 1 or 2 a year, they're doing 1 or 2 a month. It's incredible. And if you can get in with we've got several clients like that. If you can work with a client like that, it's wonderful because they just keep booking again and again. And they need an MC every single time, and then they need the speaker. So it works really well. And then you've got the guys, and this, I loved this. This happened this year. It happens every year, but it was quite strong this year, that clients who have budgets for conferences and events or external experts don't want to lose them. So I had several clients come to me and say, Maria, I have to spend this amount of money. Let me spend it. I'll book the dates afterwards. Just tell me who the speakers are. Then give me the invoice. I have to spend it this month. And that will probably happen again. Is your year end same as ours, end of March? Yeah. So it happened sort of at the half year. It'll probably happen again, end of March. The people will be needing to spend money so they don't lose their budget. So there is money out there. Do not be fooled. And there are some organizations that are doing incredibly well. And it would be a great exercise for you as a group to actually just think about which are the industries that are really thriving that we can focus on as speakers, because there are a lot of them that are really thriving.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Hello, Carol.
Yeah, hello. Thanks so much. You said before we have to change our mind and don't speak about speakers, but about solutions, and change the way we do the conference today. Do you have some tips to make them shorter and maybe more with interaction with the public?
Activities and things. Yeah, so that's probably not my area. I have a person on my team who's really good at that. And I would actually encourage you to invite somebody in to share that kind of knowledge, because that's really great. But we were speaking the other day on our LinkedIn Live with a speaker who says that every 10 minutes he stops and does something interactive. And I think that's probably a good thing to do. As you notice, I didn't, but I should have done. And so it might be a poll, or it might be a show of hands, or it might be asking people to do something. But yeah, you have to keep stopping because it's exhausting. This is absolutely exhausting. Being surrounded by electricity and being focused on this screen is so bad for us. It's really exhausting. And maybe even just get people to stand up and just move. I loved your music. That was great. I was dancing. I don't know about you guys, but it's important to keep changing the energy. Absolutely.
Yeah, we know that after there is a study about it, and after 5 minutes, the concentration of the public is decreasing for 80%.
Wow.
80%, about 5 minutes.
Wow.
So we need to have sequences different.
Absolutely. And the other thing, which I think is great, is humor. That we need so much more laughter at the moment, because there's just so much misery. I mean, there really is misery because we can't do what we want to do. We can't hold the people we love. We can't go into the sunshine and lie on a lounger, which is what I would be doing now. We can't get married. We can't, have parties. So we need laughter. We need laughter. Absolutely. So if you are funny, you should make sure everyone knows.
Guy.
Guy, are you funny? Where's Guy? Tell us a joke.
He's very funny.
Is he? So important. So important. Fantastic. Are we good? You're all very smart. You're very happy people. You're happy in France. How is life in France?
Yes.
It's okay. Are you still in lockdown? Are you able to go out?
No.
Lockdown.
No. Yeah, same here.
I'm very happy because I'm not in France.
Where are you, Guy?
In Belgium.
Well, Belgium has problems too.
Well, yes, but we are allowed to go everywhere we want. And we have Belgian fries. They are much better than French fries.
I don't want to start any fights. I'm not starting any arguments. Okay, so, you know, fantastic. Super. No more questions. You're all good. I really genuinely would like to know how you get on with those 3 tactics. Do let me know how you do. Philippe, I think we're good.
Yep. So yes, definitely we're good.
Thank you very much, Maria.
You're very welcome. Do I go now? Because you're going into French now.
Not yet.
Yes.
Yet.
Yeah. Okay. Au revoir.
So thank you, Maria.
Thank you,
You're
Maria.
very welcome. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Thank you, Maria. I will send you the video of the recording, which includes the subtitles as well.
Ah, that'd be interesting. I'd be interested to see that. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye, Maria.